When I was first introduced in the Creative Cloud applications, I was very nervous and overwhelmed, and I know I'm not the only one who feels like this. But when I started to play around with it and watching multiple tutorials, it's not as hard as people think. The first assignment was Adobe Illustrator. I have never used it and was nervous just by the look of it. We got to create the Leaf logo for the Leaf Institute. I wish I didn't rush myself on this project. If I took my time on the shapes, the edges of my leaf could have been sharper, but I was getting frustrated doing it over and over again. I would like to become a tour manager after I graduate, so I could use this app to possibly create my own unique logo. Next is After Effects. This was probably the biggest challenge I had to face this month. Even though we had a tutorial provided, I wish I would have asked some classmates for help. This would have made my animation logo more precise instead of laggy. While I was working on this project, it made me think on how essential this application is. We see GIFs and ads all around us, and they were possibly developed using applications like After Effects. I have had previous experience in Photoshop. I was editor-in-chief in Yearbook when I was in high school, and editing your pictures was crucial into making sure that your book looked good. I loved working with Photoshop this month because I got to use the Layer Mask tool. I had no idea it even existed before going into this class. In the future, I will use this tactic in editing other objects into photos. Audition was a unique way to edit my voiceover. With this application, editing podcasts and voiceovers has never been easier. If I were to do this assignment again, I would purchase a better microphone. The laptop mic works perfectly fine, but I would have had a better product if I made that purchase. I had to keep my tone at a minimum, since the voiceover called for a calming voice. Premiere Pro and InDesign were my favorite applications this month. Instead of using iMovie, I have been working with Premiere Pro to edit any videos I have. I know a lot of skateboarders in Orlando, and if they ever need any clips edited, I will watch more tutorials so I could use Premiere for this process. I have heard other yearbook clubs using InDesign to edit their books. I wish my high school developed the idea because it would have made the process much easier. I wish I created my own color palette for my portfolio instead of choosing a default scheme. In the future, I would like to create an interactive ad for a project and play around with other features in InDesign. This class was so helpful in utilizing the cloud for projects. I hope that I could use these apps in the future so that I could finish any assignments that come in my way.